Hello everyone, my name is Captain Mod. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a solo run of Pokemon Fire Red with a Geodude. The reason I picked Fire Red is because it was the first Pokemon game that I ever played, and I'm picking Geodude because he's my mascot. So a lot of sentimental value for this game for me. I got it when I was 5 years old for Christmas, which means I've been playing Pokemon for nearly 20 years. Love the franchise to bits, I love this game to bits, love Geodude to bits. This is not going to be an easy run whatsoever. Times 4 weakness to water, times 4 weakness to grass. That is going to make this very, very difficult, especially with some of the trainers that we have to fight. Also not going to be evolving. This is a Geodude run. The video you clicked on says Geodude on it, not Graveler, not Golem, so we're not evolving. One of the ways I'm going to get around the evolution thing is I'm going to Eevee Train, which is something I've never done before. We're going to have the Speed Eevee and the Attack Eevee maxed out, which means 252 EVs in each, which is going to take a lot of grinding, but not only is it going to be worth it, I think it's going to be the only way to complete this run. So yeah, I figure with the max Speed Eevee, the Pokemon I'll be fighting against that have type advantage, I'll be able to hit first, and once I do, with the maxed out Attack EVs, I'll be able to one-shot them. Because I can't afford to really go back and forth with grass or water type Pokemon because they'll just kill me. So I need to take them out very, very quickly. My planned moveset is going to be Rock Throw, Rollout, Earthquake, and Defense Curl. Defense Curl's in there because if you use Defense Curl and then use Rollout, Rollout's attack is doubled for the rest of the fight, which means it can hit some pretty high damage, which will be nice for some team sweeps later on. Even with the EVs, even with the moveset, even at level 100, I don't know if this is going to be possible. I don't think the champion fight will be possible at anything lower than level 100, because I gave him a Squirtle, which means he's going to have a Blastoise and an Executor at the end of this game. And I gave him the Geodude. I gave him the Squirtle because that was the first Pokemon I ever had. So I thought it would be cool to kind of fight against the starter that I picked as a kid. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think I'll be able to complete it under level 100? Do you think I'll be able to complete it at level 100? Do you think I won't be able to complete it at all? Let me know in the comments. One thing that I'm going to use to help me in my grinding up to that level is I'm going to get 5 Meowths with the pickup ability. Because with pickup, at their 10% item pickup, 5% chance of that is a rare candy. So I figure with all the fighting, all the grinding, all the Eevee training that I'm going to be doing, I'll have a good chance of picking up maybe 10 to 15 candies throughout the run. So if I can get up to level 85, use those candies, that gets me to level 100, will save me probably an hour and a half of grinding time at the end of the game, which will be very nice. I've got 3 main hurdles for this run that I think are going to be an issue going in. The Misty fight, I know is going to be terrible. The Erika fight, I know is going to be rough, and the Lorelei fight, once we get to the Elite Four, is going to be a problem. So those are the 3 big ones. There's a couple of other things in there, like the champion fight obviously is going to be very hard. Giovanni is going to be kind of tanky. Koga has Pokemon that have Levitate, but ultimately those things aren't that bad. The grind for Misty took forever. I finally did get level 43, and I knew that with some RNG luck on the damage rolls, I would have a chance. I probably tried this fight at level 43 20, 30 times before I finally got the run that I needed. Staryu at this point was not a problem anymore. I was able to start one-shotting and outspeeding Staryu 5 or 6 levels ago, I think. But that Staryu, or Starmie, was still a problem. Using damage calculators, which is what I did for all the gym leaders for this game, I knew that at 43 I could one-shot the Starmie. I used damage calculators for all the gym badges. For some reason I didn't do it for the extra Giovanni fights or the rival battles. That was just an oversight on my part. I didn't think to do it, and it's something that I paid for because a couple of the Giovanni fights gave me trouble, and a couple of the rival fights gave me trouble because I just didn't think to do the damage calcs. So yeah, lived the Water Pulse there at 1, which after an hour of trying this fight over and over was very, very nice. Earthquake took down the Starmie. Easy stuff. Fortunately, I was then able to go directly to Lieutenant Surge. I'd already done the SS Ann. I already put Cut on Meowth so I could get to this gym. One thing about the HMs, when I did the randomizer, to give myself the Geodude, I also went ahead and turned on HM compatibility for everything. I didn't do that so I could get just overpowered movesets on Geodude and make the run easy. That's not the point. The point was to just save me some time not having to catch Pokemon that could learn different HMs. I don't have to go find a flying Pokemon that can learn Fly. I don't have to go find a water Pokemon that can learn Surf. I put those moves onto the Meowths. Meowth is not getting used in battle, so it doesn't really matter. In my opinion, if you disagree, you can of course let me know. Not a problem. But yeah, Lieutenant Surge is down. He wasn't really an issue. Raichu using Double Team was a bit of an issue, but ultimately not too bad. It didn't really cause me to miss. The Earthquake still one shot. After this, I did want to get the Everstone to put on Geodude, so I didn't have to keep hitting B every time I wanted to evolve, or every time he leveled up to stop him from evolving. So I went out and caught 20 random Pokemon at the earlier locations, just so I could get the Everstone here, so I could stop pressing B so much. Next hurdle, obviously, is Erika, which I gotta say was kind of disappointing. I thought Erika would be a lot harder than this. Going in, you can see there I was at 25 hours, 11 minutes of in-game time, which with the speed up, because I used speed up going through because it would have been impossible not to, that was about 5 hours of real life time. Yeah, level 50 going in, I thought Erika was still going to pose a threat. Victory Bell went down incredibly easy. Vileplume went down incredibly easy, back-to-back rock throws. Her last Pokemon, Tangela, of course I can't hit with Rock Throw, it won't do anything. I did try the battle twice, unfortunately, because I used Rock Throw on the Tangela and just reset due to some other stuff. Leveled up there, so an Earthquake takes out Tangela. Erika's down. Like I said, I'm equal parts relieved and disappointed here. I thought Erika was going to be a lot worse. I'm glad she wasn't, because that would have could have caused additional headache, which of course I don't want. So after Erika, of course, we've got to fight Giovanni again at the Team Rocket hideout. I don't remember playing this game as a kid having to fight Giovanni as often as I did in this game, which is one of the reasons I didn't check the damage calculations for any of his fights, because quite frankly, I forgot that I'd have to fight him so much. His team is kind of tanky, nothing too difficult at this point. I'm level 52, so like the Onix here is not going to cause an issue. For some reason, I debated Rock Throw there. I'm not the greatest Pokemon player in the world, I'll tell you that right now. I love Pokemon, but as you'll see in this video, as you'll see in future videos, I'm not very good at it. I make stupid decisions sometimes. Rhyhorn, yeah, I got the miss there. I was trying to go for the rollout sweep, but I happened to miss, which is an unfortunate reality of the game. Sometimes you miss. But yeah, Giovanni wound up not really being a problem. He was just kind of annoying to beat. Just a waste of time in my opinion. Lots of Giovanni fighting. So after him, I was able to go to Koga, who again was not an issue really. He was just kind of an annoyance because he has multiple Pokemon that have Levitate. 28 in-game hours in at this point. Not really thinking there's a big threat up until the Lorelei and the Elite Four, which was really, really nice. Yeah, I went Defense Curl here. Go ahead and get the rollout strategy set up to try to sweep his team. This is another annoyance with Koga. Not only does he have Levitate, he's also got Smoke Screen, which is going to lower my accuracy. Rollout already doesn't always like to hit for me. I have really bad luck with it, and see, there you go right there. There's a miss on the rollout. He gets the Minimize, which is going to raise his evasiveness, making him even harder to hit. So I get set up, manage to throw it again, but of course, because the damage reset, it doesn't one-shot him. He goes for evasive again, then he heals. But at this point, my damage output for rollout is 120, because he starts at 60 thanks to the Defense Curl. So that 120 power rollout is going to one-shot the Muck. Sends out the Coughing. Rollout misses again, because, you know, this game just can't give me nice things. Koga wants to be a pain. He got the Poison off on me, which again, just an annoyance. Koga was not hard, he was just annoying. Did not want to deal with him in the slightest. I love the character Koga, but yeah, this gym fight was annoying. That's the only word for it. At this point in the game, my Eevee training was completely done. I finished it just after Lieutenant Surge. I got most of it done before Misty. For some reason, I did decide to save a little bit of it for post-Surge. But I mean, it was over 500 wild battles, and it took 3.5 to 4 hours of grinding. And I didn't want to do all of it before Misty, so yeah, I finished it off after Surge. Didn't really need to do it before him because, I mean, Surge wasn't a threat. With the poison here, with the missing the attacks, the wheezing did almost take me out, but I was able to beat Koga on the first try. Didn't have to go back and try him a billion times like I did with Misty, or like Erika even took me once or twice to do. But that's done. This fight right here gave me all sorts of trouble. 31 hours in, and like I said earlier, I didn't do damage calculations for the rival battles, and I paid for it. This fight took me an hour and a half to do. This Blastoise refused to go down. Finally, he did go to protect spam. I lived the water gun and took it out. Then the execute, of course, I didn't realize at first it took so long to get through the Blastoise that I thought once it was dead I was fine. But then after it came out, at one point the execute came out and set up a solar beam and one-shot me, which I had to walk away from the computer for about 25 minutes when that happened. I was prepared for it on this one, was able to take the rival down. The rival fights were the biggest problem for me in the game. I thought it was going to be Misty, it wasn't. So I'm able to come take on Sabrina now. Again, I don't have anything really super effective here, but at level 72 with the maximum EVs, this was not a tough fight at all. There really, like I said earlier, there aren't any more tough fights until Lorelei. Mr. Mime did give me a bit of an issue because he got the confusion off, which is unfortunate. I did hit myself in confusion once, finally snapped out of it and took it down. Then Venomoth, who I actually really love. I love Venomoth. It's a cool Pokemon. Took it out with relative ease here. Sabrina, yeah, went down. Alakazam, again, another really cool Pokemon. Sabrina's got a really cool team. Next up is Blaine, who I wasn't worried about at all, which wound up being an issue for me, actually. I went in just knowing that I was going to slaughter this team. I didn't have to fight any of his trainers coming in because it's the quiz show thing, which I think is a really cool aesthetic for his gym, having the quiz show. But yeah, having type advantage finally against something in this game, I just knew I was going to absolutely run through him. But at this point, I'm now down 2 attack levels because of Intimidate twice, and Arcanine, you know, is going to outspeed and does a bunch of damage there. Hit rollout, took it down in one go. I was hoping to go for the rollout sweep, but his fire types have a lot of speed as Arcanine hits quick. His Ponyta doesn't. Rollout was able to hit really easily. But then coming in is the Rapidash, which again, I just wasn't anticipating that I wasn't going to outspeed. I should have known, but yeah, Rapidash came in and hit. And with Fire Blast, even though it's resistant, even though I'm 31 levels above, it still did a fair amount of damage. I miss on the rollout. I go for Earthquake to try to finish it off, but it hits another Fire Blast, and yeah, almost takes me out. So yeah, a gym that I had type advantage at that I should have absolutely ruined wound up posing a little bit of a problem. It did take me out the first time I tried it, and as you saw, I almost lost again. So going into the Giovanni Gym, the only Giovanni fight that I actually did damage calculations for was his gym. Yeah, I didn't think I'd have so many fights to do of Giovanni. And just like the other Giovanni fights I had, the team is just kind of tanky, not real strong against me, nothing too bad. It's just a little bit of a annoyance. I've used that word a lot today. I've used annoyance quite a bit, but that's what it is. It's an annoyance. Koga, Giovanni, all those times, they're just annoying. Giovanni is getting ready to go down, which will give me my 8th gym badge of the game. So I'll finally be able to go on and take on Lorelei in the Elite Four, my last hurdle. Unfortunately, as I've stated multiple times in the video, I did not do damage calculations for my rival fights. And this rival fight coming up directly after Giovanni, going into the Elite Four, which is not a skippable one, unfortunately, absolutely broke me. It broke my spirits. I spent over 2 hours fighting him and losing, and fighting him again, losing. Did tons of grinding at Seafoam Island so I could get some grinding done to try to get it a good enough level. And I realized something very devastating at this point in the game, once I get to this rival fight, that my IVs were not what I thought they were, meaning my damage calculations have been off. So when I got to the rival fight I should have outsped by just a little bit, which is all I needed to be able to take out the Blastoise, and I didn't, which was really devastating, was really upsetting that I did all that work, put in all this time, and still wasn't able to win. So I grinded up a few more levels, knowing my IVs were off, my stats weren't what they should be. Did manage to finally take this guy out, which I almost cried. I was so happy when I finally took him down. Took the Blastoise down. Then, I mean, the paralysis sucked, but yeah, the rest of his team, once the Execute went down, I wasn't worried about. It was all Pokemon that I knew were coming. I'd already dealt with before. Took down the rival, and yeah, now it's on to the Elite Four, which 10 hours in, came in, made my way through Loyalai, wasn't an issue. And then here, going into the Champion Fight, I'm not showing the rest of the Elite Four for a very specific reason. I got through there only for this to happen in the Champion Fight. I realized at this point, I went and did damage calculations again and realized I could not beat this fight, even with a level 100 Geodude. It wasn't going to happen, which I was really upset about. I almost canceled the run completely. But what I did, I reached out and got some advice and decided to evolve and come at it again. I know I said I was going to do it with a Geodude only, so if you consider this a failure, I absolutely understand. It's like I said, it's disappointing for me as well. I gave it that rare candy, took the Everstone off, evolved a Graveler. I really thought I'd be able to do it with just the Geodude. Turns out I wasn't, which is really, really sad for me to fail my first ever challenge. It is what it is. There will be a lot more. But at this point, like I said, so many hours in, I couldn't just give up. I had to go smash that rival. So I evolved a Graveler, which, of course, with the better stats, I was able to run through the Elite Four. I struggled a bit the first time going through with Geodude. But, yeah, coming through with the Graveler, it wasn't an issue. So going back with the level 88, going through the Elite Four, trying to see if I can take down the rival. So here we go. I got through, of course, to the Blastoise the first time with Geodude, and it just wasn't possible. Hydro Pump was going to kill me no matter what level I was at. So here's my attempt with the Graveler. Like I said, I already consider the run a failure. You can let me know what you think. If you think that it was fair for me to go ahead and evolve, if you think that it wasn't, nobody's going to be as harsh a critic as I am on myself. So yeah, Outspeed, had the level 90, got the 2 levels off the Elite Four guys. One-shot the Pidgeot, which had caused me so many issues in this game with its Sand Attack, with its Feather Dance. I hate Pidgeot so much. I used to really like Pidgeotto, but after this run here, I don't care for it anymore. So many annoying moves. The Rhydon went down easily. And then comes the moment of truth for the game. His level 63 Blastoise. I was so scared that I wasn't going to be able to get it. Go for Earthquake and outspeed the Blastoise as a level 90. And it does not one-shot. So I just knew that, okay, yep, that's game. I've lost it again. We're just going to quit. But what I decided to do, another strategy that you guys might not agree with, I had some revives that I picked up. This is not a Nuzlocke. So I said, you know what? I have a chance here. I went ahead, used Revive, sacrificed the Meowths, and I know it's a cheap strategy. That's not what you tuned in to see, maybe. But like I said, at this point, I was so fed up with this game. I tried not to get upset. But yeah, this was the strategy I employed. I got through the Blastoise using that. The Exeggutor, I was, again, scared about because of the Solar Beam earlier. Trying for the EQ sweep, don't manage to take out the Exeggutor. Giga Drain, even at 29 levels below, that times 4, it absolutely ruined me. So I'm going to go with the same strategy I did the first time. Use that max revive, go ahead and get the Graveler back, sacrifice the Meowth. At this point, I knew if I didn't do it this time, I wasn't going to try to grind up and do it again. Earthquake again, it's just not killing. I was really hoping for a critical to take out the Exeggutor, or really hoping to live the Giga Drain, which again didn't happen. So I sent out another Meowth just to kind of sacrifice it. At this point, I have a regular revive, not a max revive. So I have to sacrifice that Meowth, sacrifice another one, so I can full restore. And this will be my last chance. I've only got one more Meowth left, so I don't have time to revive it again and try to live it. So I go for Earthquake again. Really worried the Exeggutor was going to take me out. I go to check the stats and think maybe if Rock Throw would be a better strategy. No, it absolutely wouldn't. So I'm just going to go Earthquake one last time to see if I can take out the Exeggutor. And lo and behold, the critical gods are on my side today. They give me the critical. They let me take out the Exeggutor. Just so happy to finally take that Pokemon out. Alakazam comes out, and yeah, at this point, the rival fight's over. The champion is done. Psychic does a very big chunk of damage, but it is no match for an Earthquake from a level 90 Graveler. So yeah, I was able to become the champion. Lots of annoying stuff happened in this run. I appreciate you guys tuning in to the video. Please let me know what you thought. Like I said, if you consider this a win for me, even though I evolved, if you consider it a loss, if you didn't like my sacrificing the Meowth strategy, like I said, whatever you're going to say, I've already thought it myself. I've already beat myself up about it. Let me know. I really appreciate you guys tuning in to watch it. I hope you enjoyed. I am so glad to be done with this run. I do not know if I'm going to do another one anytime soon. We shall see. I love Geodude. I still love Geodude. I thought maybe after this run that I might just stop enjoying this Pokemon. But I've loved this Pokemon for so long. I don't see myself giving up on it anytime soon. Despite the fact that it gave me so much heartache and headache in this game. Arcanine goes down. We level up to 91. And now we get to go to the Hall of Fame. So the run's over. It took, like I said so many times, it took so long to beat this game. Go away, rival. I named him Chris. I didn't address that earlier in the video. Not sure why I didn't. I'll address it now. Chris is my brother's name. So that's why the rival got named Chris, because he is my rival. Oak was disappointed in his rival. I'm disappointed in myself as well. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I have been the one, the only Captain Mod. Again, if you liked the video, please hit a like. If you want to see more content, hit that subscribe button. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.